want to talk. It's not hard. Do it every day. So, ye old question, how do I fit everything in? I get asked that all the time. And just before we go any further, I just want to be really clear about something. This video isn't going to be advice in the traditional sense. It's not a formula, and it's definitely not me saying, do this and your life will magically feel sorted. Everything that I'm sharing today is simply what's worked for me. Eventually, with my life, my brain, my responsibilities, and my energy. And that's what Beyond the Boardroom's all about, right? My experiences, my perspective, the systems that I've built to make things work, learning along the way, imperfectly, honestly, and always evolving. So by the time you watch this, I'll have probably be onto a new hype, so stay tuned and we can learn that one together as well. I also just want to add a little bit of context. My name's Andrea and I have ADHD, and that shows up in my life in so many different ways. Some days I'm incredibly focused and productive. Other days I can feel scattered, overwhelmed, and like everything's all coming at once. And those closest to me can attest to that. For a long time I thought that meant I was doing something wrong and that I just needed to be more disciplined, more structured, more controlled. But actually the problem wasn't me. It was the systems that I was trying to force myself into. So everything that I'm talking about is what's working with my brain, not against it. And just to say, ADHD does turn up and look different for everyone. This is simply how I've learned to work with my version of it. So the biggest shift for me was realizing that fitting everything in isn't actually the goal. The goal's deciding what matters now. I used to live in a constant state of feeling behind, like I was always failing at something. If I was doing well at work, I felt guilty about my personal life. If I prioritised resting, I felt like I was failing and falling behind professionally. And that constant internal pressure is exhausting. Once I stopped trying to do everything at the same time, everything started to feel more manageable. Not easier, but definitely quieter, less heavy, and less overwhelming. I don't really believe in balance, at least not day to day, but I do believe in what I like to call seasons. So there are seasons where work takes up most of the space, seasons where family, life, or health need to come first, and seasons where the goal is simply getting through. With ADHD especially, I know that my energy isn't consistent and it's not constant. So expecting myself to perform at the same level every week just isn't realistic. Some weeks I'm in a high focus season and I can do loads. Other weeks are maintenance weeks where the win is keeping things ticking over, let's face it. And here's the reframe that really helped me. Maintenance isn't failure. It needs to be one of my seasons. So letting go of the idea that every area of my life needs equal attention all the time completely removed so much guilt. How I organise my time. Practically, I have to keep things very simple. I don't have a perfectly colour-coded system all of the time. I don't aim for aesthetic productivity, but when things are a little bit more aesthetic, I would be kidding myself if I didn't admit that it makes things a little bit more interested and makes me more interested in it. But I just aim for clarity. I keep one master list where everything goes, tasks, ideas, reminders, half-formed thoughts. That alone reduces so much mental noise because nothing's rattling around my head trying to be remembered. And from that list, I ask one question each week. What actually matters right now? Not what feels loud, not what feels urgent, what's meaningful. Then every day I choose a small number of non-negotiables, usually around about 3. And that's not because I can't do more. It's because more than that might overwhelm me, and overwhelm leads to avoidance. That old chestnut. 3 things gives me the momentum, and the momentum is exactly what needs to keep me moving forward. So I do time block, but I do it gently. A rigid schedule doesn't work for me. They make me feel trapped before the day's even started. So I like to treat my calendar like a guide, not a rule book. I do block in time for focus work, admin, and thinking, and I deliberately leave space because I'll always underestimate how long things take, and because life happens. White space in my calendar isn't a sign that I'm slacking. I needed to tell that to myself, but it's how I protect my energy, how I protect my attention, my nervous system, how I protect the people around me. Again, this isn't the way, it's just my way. Am I someone who finishes what she starts, someone who protects her energy, or someone who doesn't overcommit just to prove that she can handle it? That question changes everything. My calendar isn't there to tell me I'm failing. It's there to support who I'm becoming. So, if you're feeling overwhelmed or like you're constantly trying to catch up, I want to hear this. You don't need to fit everything in. You don't need to do things the way everybody else is doing it. Everything I've shared today is simply my experience. It's simply what's worked, what hasn't worked, and what I'm still figuring out. That's beyond the boardroom. No rules, not perfection, just perspective. And if something here has helped you, keep it. If it didn't, leave it behind. No guilt, no shade. And I'd love to hear from you. What season are you in right now? Or what part of this resonated most for you? So if you feel comfortable, please drop a comment below. I do like to read them, and this space grows through conversation, or at least I want it to be. So if you want more honest, grounded conversations like this, just make sure that you're subscribed, and I'll see you in the next one.